Holmes, the world's youngest female self-made billionaire.
Let me ask a little bit about you.
This woman is Elizabeth Holmes, and at the time, she was the youngest self-made billionaire. But with that rise came an interesting tale of deception and betrayal, and the psychology behind all this tells us a very interesting tale. Elizabeth Holmes didn't start by asking people for trust. She asked them to believe in helping. What she promised was a medical breakthrough, like faster blood tests, fewer needles, and earlier diagnosis. A piece of technology that would actually save lives, and it was that promise that really mattered. Because when someone frames their work as helping humanity, questioning them starts to feel unethical. And that's exactly where favor debt really begins. See, Holmes had this company called Theranos, and they really positioned themselves as a mission rather than a company. They didn't refer to employees as just hard workers. They referred to them as people who are changing the world. And see, investors weren't really putting their money into some startup. They were essentially backing the future of medicine. And see, it was that sense of purpose that created the obligation. Because inside the company, doubts were felt with moral pressure. See, if you questioned the technology, it was simply because you didn't believe enough. And if you raised too many questions, you were always reminded that the patents were supposed to help. And leaving didn't feel like just leaving. It felt like abandoning a world-changing cause. And that's exactly how favor debt works. People aren't asking, is this really real? Start asking themselves, what if this is all really true and I'm the one that's preventing humanity from accessing it? And Holmes reinforced that obligation perfectly. She used hierarchy and solidarity to really keep it all under wraps. It made it to where employees only saw small pieces of the puzzle and made it to seem like everyone else had verified everything going on. But by the time the reality caught up, the technology never worked as intended. The mission was all an illusion, obligation that kept people silent for longer than they really wanted. Because Elizabeth Holmes didn't control people by threatening them. She controlled them by making them feel responsible in a future that was never going to exist. And that is the true danger of favor debt. When belief feels like duty, walking away starts to feel like doing harm. And if you made it to the end of the video and enjoy looking at dark psychology behind these true crime cases, make sure to hit that follow button so you don't miss out on the next one.